Hey Jude. Na 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 na. Hey Jude. Na 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 na. Hey Jude. Hi guys, this is Jason here from Nathaniel. Thanks a lot for all of you who are tuning in live. And for those of you who are not tuning in live, yeah, this is going to be a lesson on exploring the song Hey Jude by the Beatles, the great Beatles classic. So what we are going to try and do, which is perhaps a little bit different from a normal piano instruction video, is I'm hoping that any of you who play an instrument or who sing or who are getting acquainted with the subject of music have something to gain from this lesson. So I don't want it to be entirely for piano students. And we also have left the chat open. So if you have any questions, if you have any doubts regarding what I'm teaching you, please shoot it out in the comments. I hope to be able to answer it. I will keep checking it. What we did in the beginning was just a jam. I have no idea what I played. Sorry to bore some of you if you got bored, but anyway, what we'll now do is to get into the lesson. So, Hey Jude by the Beatles. Hopefully, by learning this song, what I want to convey to you guys is to tell you how to prepare for a song, how to pretty much plan your journey towards learning any piece of music, or at least any pop, rock, or contemporary piece of music. Right? A song would have various sections. A song would have a verse, chorus, bridge, so on and so forth. And for those of you playing chords, guitars, and pianos, and banjos, and all that, you need to be able to know what chords to play. You need to be able to figure it out, and that's what this song is going to be really, really great for. Okay? So, what we are going to first do is I'd like all of you, if you can, to get a notebook, a pen and paper, and your keyboard or your guitar. Keep it ready because I'm going to tell you stuff and I want you to play it with me. Some of it may be a bit tricky, but at least you will definitely get the gist of it. So I want you to get your books out, do exactly what I'm telling you to do, writing as well as playing. Okay, and any questions, do not forget to shoot them in the comments. Okay, and for all those of you who have song suggestions which you'd like me to do in the future, do leave them in the comments as well. But now in today's lecture, if you will, we are going to do Hey Jude by the Beatles. That's it. But there will be a lot of things in theory which we are going to learn. Okay, so let's get cracking. Hey Jude by the Beatles is basically on F major scale, as most songs end up being. So you have your F major. Okay. Okay. So F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F. This is the scale of interest. So what we need to do now is the first step will be to write down the scale. Let's write that down. F major. And the first thing I would suggest you guys to do is write it down in a neat round circle. That's F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E. Right? Let's get that done. Now the advantage of writing in a circle, in a neat round circle, would be the chords. It's very easy to build triads from this. So if I have to build chords now from the F major scale, it's going to be quite easy if you ask me. The first chord and the second chord and the third chord and everything built around that is pretty much going to be in this scale. So let's write down the types of chords. You have the major chord, you have minor chords, and you have diminished chords. Or rather, you have diminished chord. You have one diminished chord. So basically, in a major scale, you have three types of chords. You have major, you have minor, and you have diminished. Okay. So the major chords of any major scale are going to end up being the 1 chord, the 4 chord, and the 5 chord. Okay, that will form major. The minor chords are going to end up being the 2 chord, the 3 chord, and the 6 chord, which we need to write using the small Roman letter numerals. And last but not least, you have the diminished chord, which is Roman 7. Okay, so now you need to build these scale degrees. F is the 1, G is the 2, A is the 3, B flat is the 4, C is the 5, D is the 6, and so on and so forth. So if you're trying to build the 1 chord, it's going to be F major. Okay, and the notes of F major, which can easily be formed in that circle, would be just going F, A, C. So basically you count thirds from wherever you are or whichever root you are at. So if you take F, you skip the G, you get A, and then if you take A, you skip the B flat and you get the C, and that's your F major chord. So F major will be F, A, C, and that's pretty much it. And the fourth chord, number 4, will end up being our B flat major chord. Number 5 will be the C major chord. Okay, so those are your major chords. Coming to the minors, you have G minor, which is number 2, A minor, which is number 3, and D minor, which is number 6, and then the rather rarely used E diminished chord, okay, which is the 7. So I hope you've got that down. And in Hey Jude, you have various sections. You have the verse, you have the chorus, you have the bridge, of course, at the end. So we are going to try to learn every section if possible. So whenever I'm showing the piano, I'm going to request Caleb here to show us the piano angle if that's possible. If not, you have the MIDI note angle to follow. Okay, so the verse of the song basically goes F, C, C7th, F. Okay, so I'm just going to write this down and try to explain how these chords are formed a little bit. So in my right hand, I'm going to try to play the melody. We all know the melody, right? You can sing along. Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Okay, so the first question is, where do I play a chord? Let's say I'm not able to figure out chords by ear. I'm not able to hear this stuff really well. So how do I figure out that a chord in fact has to be played? If you know the melody, which I think you should, because that's why you want to learn Hey Jude. The melody is right inside you. Figure out the melody first and then try to figure out important words or important landing notes, as we call them. These are notes which are played very long, like melodically it lasts very long in the piece. For example, Hey Jude. See how long the word Jude is? Don't make it bad. See how long the word bad is. It's going on and on, right? Take a sad song. Now sad song are equal, right? So both words are in a way important. And make it better. Better, which is like a very, very long word, right? So let's sort of freeze each of those notes. Hey Jude. There we go. Don't make it bad. Okay. Take a sad song and make it better. Okay, so what are the notes which are happening there? Hey Jude. At the word Jude, the melody note is playing A, right? Don't make it bad. What's happening there? There's a G there. Take a sad song. Take a sad song. Okay. There's a B flat and an F there. And make it better. What's happening at the word better? Better. That's D, C, B flat, A. But it's sort of landing at A flat. A flat is the landing note. So I'll write A. D, C, B flat, A. We're landing at A, right? So there are two A's at Jude and better at the end. Don't make it bad, which is G. Take a sad song, which is B flat F, and make it better, which is landing on A. So a good question to ask yourself is, which chord has these target notes, or which chord has these melodic notes in them? So if you take Hey Jude, which is A there, which chord would work? You could either play F major, Hey Jude. Okay, so that's the next job we need to do. We need to write down, ideally, the notes of all these chords. Let's try and do that now. Okay, F major, F A C, G minor, G B flat D, A minor, A C E, B flat major, B flat D F, C major, C E G, D minor, D F A, and we are just counting those thirds, right? And then E diminished, E G B flat, and that's pretty much it. So when you say Hey Jude, when you're landing on that A, what happens is you're trying to find a chord which has A in it in the first place. So you try to check which chord works. So let's try out the F major chord. Hey Jude, that definitely has A, and that sounds really good. So Hey Jude sounds quite nice. For all we know, that may be the chord, right? Hey Jude. Or you could play D minor. Now D minor is a little bit more sort of sadder, and the scale is F major. Usually we start with what's called as the tonic chord, which in this case is F major. Hey Jude, F. Okay, don't. Okay, we could even do D minor. Hey Jude, which is not really D minor because it sounds sad. What are the other chords? Hey Jude. Okay, again, rather too weighty and too sort of big and rather depressing, right? So it should be F major. But you have the option of 3 chords at the word Jude. Hey Jude, that's A. So you can do F major, you can do A minor, and you can do D minor, but we are preferring F major, right? That's the one which seems to start the song, and that's what really works well for the song. Okay, let's move on. Hey Jude, that's F. Don't make it bad. Okay, now what do we do there? We are landing at bad. And also, guys, the words in which we land are also the important words, isn't it? Jude, for example, is a very important word. It's a proper noun, if I'm not mistaken. Don't make it bad. Bad is like another important word. It's an adjective, if I'm not mistaken. And correct me if I'm wrong. Then take a sad song and make it better. Right? So even when you speak this stuff, you kind of speak it with the enunciation of those important words. Like, hey Jude, don't make it bad. You may not say it like that. You'll be like, don't make it bad. So that's anyway how you would speak it. And that's exactly how the songwriter has composed it. He's composed it like as though you're speaking it, right? With a lyric or with a melody line. So you go, hey Jude, don't make it bad. So bad is G. G is my next landing point. So now which chord goes with G? Check your notes. To check my notes, you'll see don't make it bad. Which chord has G in it? You have E diminished. That could work. Don't make it bad. That could also work. G minor. Don't make it bad. Okay. That seems to be the chord for that section, right? So far we have Hey Jude, F. Don't make it bad. That's C. And now at the word, at the sad song part, what you could do is you could kind of ignore that for now, but look at what happens at the word better. At the word better, he comes back. Take a sad song and make it better. See, he lands back on that A and hence back to F major chord, you know. Take a sad song and make it better. So you could do a lot of chords between sad song and better, but what the Beatles seem to be choosing is they are playing a C dominant 7th chord. Now the advantage of a C dominant 7th chord, which has the notes C, E, G, B flat, is it provides a sense of tension. It's like a magnet. It wants to lock to something. So take a sad song right? It wants to resolve. It feels a bit unstable, right? And make it better. And then it resolves back to your F major chord. Okay? So the whole thing again. Hey Jude, don't make it bad. C major. Take a sad song. C seventh. And make it better. And then it ends on F major. Now if you're a piano player, let's see how we can play it. I think in the original what happens is you hold an F and an F octave. You hold an F and an F octave there. And you play quarter notes of the chord in your right hand. I think Paul McCartney, starts with the default F major shape. That's F-A-C. So you may want to get that. You may want to sit a little bit this side. Even I'm going to go a bit this side. And actually plays it down below there, right? So that's a very low F, higher F, and a normal F major chord, which is F-A-C. Hey Jude, F. Don't make it bad. Okay, and to add that rhythmic flair, what happens is, I'm just going to play it higher for now. What happens is, right? So if I do it without my thumb, you should all try this out while I'm teaching you. So start with the right hand and the pinky. And just count 1, 2, 3, 4. This is how you're playing the F major chord. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Now, you count 1 and 2. You're trying to now divide the beat into 2 equal units. And that division point is what you could play with your right hand thumb. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay? And 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and there we go. Okay? So try this out. So you strike it 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's pretty much the technique for every single chord of this song. So you go Hey Jude, F. Don't make it bad, C. Okay? And just observe how I'm going from F to C. This is how I'm playing F major, F-A-C. And to go to C major, instead of doing C, E, G, which is a big jump, we use what's called as inversions. Okay? An inversion is nothing but an easier way to glide from one chord to the other. And also a way to sound a lot more pleasant on the ear. Right? So if I do F-A-C, this is how I would like to go to C major. That's E, G, C. Hey Jude, don't make it bad. While the left hand needs to just pretty much play the roots of the chord, which is F. Don't make it bad, C. Okay, let's just keep doing Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Hey Jude, don't make it bad, C. Okay. Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Okay. And it goes on and on. 4, change, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and now take a sad song and make it better. So there we go. Take a sad song. So there you could actually play C in your left hand. And you could play C major, but then remove the C and add a B flat here. This will, I think, be quite easy. And you could play it with your ring finger. So, Hey Jude, F. Don't make it bad. End on, there we have C. Take a sad song. That's C dominant 7th. So that's E, G, B here and C here. Take a sad song and make it better. Come back to F. Okay, that's your whole first line. Hey Jude, don't make it bad. C. Take a sad song. Like what Paul McCartney does is sometimes he plays the same melody as the vocal, but he adds a harmony or he adds a third layer to that melody by take a sad song. So, and song is sung by the singer. Take a sad song and make it better. Okay, whole first line. Okay, I am taking my time with this, but I want you to get it right. Come on. Hey Jude. Okay, don't make it bad. Don't forget the left hand technique, which is regularly doing those thumbs at the offbeat. Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Okay, take a sad song and make it better. Come back to F. Okay, let's proceed forward. The next chords are going to be B flat, coming down to F, and then C, and then going to F. So again, it kind of follows the melody. That's your melody. It's going to D, right? Remember. So what chord goes with D? Won't it be B flat? Remember. That's B flat major, because B flat has a D and you don't want to play. Remember. Sounds too, minorish. Remember. Yeah. So that's how your ears can actually take a call and decide which chord is the chord, You don't really have to Google these songs. You can actually just figure it out by theory, little bit of common sense, and a lot of writing. That's very, very important, right? So, remember, that's B flat. To let her into your heart. End on F. Then you can start C. To make it better. Okay? Let's do it 2 chords at a time. Remember, B flat. To let her into your heart, F. Then you can start C. To make it better. Okay, that's the second line. Okay, with the accompaniment, remember. So you started Hey Jude from here, right? So, Hey Jude, don't make it bad, C major. A sad song and make it better, F. Remember, there you go, B flat this way, F, B flat, D. To let her into your heart, back to F. Then you can start C. To make it better. Okay, that's pretty much it. And then there's another verse which pretty much does the same thing. Hey Jude, don't be afraid, you were made to go out and get her. Let me just run through that. I hope I can remember the words. Sorry if I forget. I'm not very good at words. But anyway. Hey Jude, don't be afraid. Okay, you could also start Hey Jude from here. A, C, F. Could also start from there if you'd like, right? Or you can go here. Something like that. Hey Jude, A, C, F. Don't be afraid, C. You were made to go out and get her. Back to F. The minute you let her under your skin, then you begin to make it better. Okay? So that's section 1. I hope that's sorted for everyone learning now. Okay, if you have any doubts regarding section 1, please, shoot them out, right, towards me. I'm just taking some of the comments in a few seconds. Okay, everyone's just saying a lot of kind words. Thank you so much. So let's just move on. But if you have any doubts, I'm happy to answer them. Please text them in the comments. I have a rather small screen, but I can see it. Okay, moving on. Coming to the next part of the song, let's just try and document our verse section as we journey forward. So if you take the Hey Jude part, you have verse, right? So your verse is going to be, Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. F. Da-na-na, B flat, da-na-na-na-na, F. Da-da-da-da, C, to make it better. Okay, now coming to the pre. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's a very iconic thing which he does on the piano, right? To make it better. And now, ta-da-da. What happened there? So you're holding the F major chord there. You can hold it in this shape, A, C, F, and then that's A, C, F, drop the top note down to E, and then drop that further down to E flat. So, better, then, ba ba ba. So the thing which wants to take us to the pre-chorus is the F7th chord, right? And then, na 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 na, and then the next section comes, right? This is going to be really easy. Trust me, you're going to learn this in a flash. If you've got the verse, this is going to be very easy, right? So you lead into the pre-chorus via that la la la. Got that? There we go. Na 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 na. That's B flat. Okay. Pain, hey Jude, refrain, don't care. I'll play it once and then I'll teach you guys. So yeah. Na 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 na. Hey Jude, refrain, don't carry the world upon your shoulders. Again, same thing. Ba ba ba. But well, you know that it's a fool who plays it cool by making this world a little colder. Na 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 na. And then that. Right, we'll do all that shortly. Right, so he goes. You got that, I guess. Na 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 na. So let me tell you the chords. Write it down. Let's write it down together, and then we'll figure out how to actually play it. Remember, guys, we started with F A C, E G C, C7th, ta-na, ta-na. So these chord holes will pretty much carry on to the next section. Okay. Na 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 na. That's B flat. Na na. Now the chords change a bit fast in this particular section in the pre. That's B flat twice, then F over A twice, and then you go a G minor 7th. I'm going to cover that, and then it goes to B flat over F, which is a very interesting chord. These are all slash chords which I'm going to teach you, and then we go to C over E. Then it goes to C over C, which is normal C, and then F. Okay, and then it kind of goes back to that na na na. Okay, na 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 na. Okay, come on. Getting to the pre, E flat. Na 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 na. B flat. Hey Jude. Now that chord is F over A. How do we explain F over A? It's A C F in the right hand. Okay, and A in the left hand. That's what we call F/A. Na na. So it's a great voice leading downward, and that bass line progression going down is used in a lot of songs because it's awesome. It's what they call as the line cliche. It's used a lot in Beatles songs actually, and the Beatles have written so many songs and so many great songs and so many different songs. So if they were to use these line cliches a lot, it has to be something you guys need to learn. Okay, so we go B flat, F with A bass, and now G minor 7th. So you want to do G, B flat, D, F, maybe do the whole G minor 7th. Na 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 na. That's B flat major over F bass. So na 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 na, B flat, hey Jude, F with A, na na, G minor 7th, na na na, B flat over F, na, C with E bass. That's a beautiful chord, na na na, and then it comes back to C, na 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 na. Okay, and then na 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 na, B flat, na 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 na, G minor, na na, F, na na na, C over E, na 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 na, F, na 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 na. You can actually follow the melody there. Na 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 na. All thirds. They seem to love thirds in this song. Na 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 na. Like, I like playing that higher. I don't know how it is in the original. I think even in the original they go high. So that's your pre-chorus, guys. So let's do this whole pre-chorus once more. Then we'll do the ending, which is the easiest part of the song, where everyone screams and goes crazy. And we are done with the lesson. Okay, so leading in from the verse. Don't be afraid. The minute you let her under your skin, then you begin to make it better. Pre-chorus with that ba ba ba. And anytime you feel the pain, B flat, Hey Jude, F over A, refrain, G minor, don't care, B flat over A, no words, C over E, upon C, the shoulders end on F, and then that ba ba ba, ta na 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 na, B flat, same thing, ta dum, ta na, and my piano pattern is still the same. So if you can get this pattern going, you can use it for a lot of ballad songs. Imagine comes to mind, a lot of Elton John songs. So a lot of things can be done, you know. So just again. Okay. Pretty much that pattern for the entire pre-chorus, okay? Then it goes to na na na, then it goes to better, 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 and then we go to the last part of the song, which happens to be na 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 na, Hey Jude. I think what will be cool is if we just have a little bit of a rest and let's just sing it for about 2 or 3 cycles just to have some fun, and then I'm going to teach you the last part, which is just very few chords. Okay. Okay. 2 or 3, the end. Na 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 na, Hey Jude. Again. Na 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 na, Hey Jude. Sing it. Yeah. Na 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 na, yeah. Na 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 na, Hey Jude. Okay, that's the part we are going to deal with, and the chords for that, I'm just going to call this outro, if you will. Right, so this is the third part of the song. So the song basically has 3 sections: the verse and the pre-chorus, or the chorus, the second part keeps repeating here and there, and then at the ending part of the song we just go to that na 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 na, and that's pretty much how the song ends. So what are the chords for the outro? F, E flat, B flat, F. So now you guys might be wondering, where did this E flat chord come into being? Because F major scale doesn't really have the E flat, it has an E, doesn't it? So E flat as a chord is basically either referred to as a borrowed chord, or one might argue that the Beatles decided to kind of change the scale but not change the key of the scale. Okay, so what I mean by that is, they've kind of superimposed another scale which is still F, but F something else, not F major. So here's what happens. You have the F major going on, and then you have the F mixolydian scale going on, which is the other parallel scale. So what they do is, this is F major. The mixolydian scale is nothing but the same major scale with a flattened 7th. That's your E flat. So what happens with that E flat is, the E flat will give you a major chord. So the chord progression actually for this if you think about it, is a 7 flat major. Sorry, you start with 1 major, which is F, then it goes to 4 major, and then comes back to 1 major. So that 7 flat major has borrowed a chord from the Mixolydian parallel scale. Okay, I will try and do another lesson of this where I talk about this in detail. But the gist of the matter is F major has that E diminished inside it, right? And E diminished is not used so often. So maybe they were thinking, let's just make the ending of the song a lot more epic and a lot more vibrant and a lot more brotherhood like, so yes, that's why that chord came into being. So E flat major, na 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 na. Okay, now you could either play F major like this, E flat like this. You need to squeeze your thumb a little bit more inside. Na 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 na, Hey Jude. No, that is not the harmonic minor scale, Umesh. The harmonic minor scale will basically be a scale with 3 flat, 6 flat, and 7 natural. Okay, so that will be, which sounds very, very different. Na 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 na. So it's a very different scale. So the harmonic minor scale is that kind of scale. This is the Mixolydian. That's the part, okay? So it's a very grand scale. So we go F. Now you can play F, ACF. I quite like this, or CFA or FAC, up to you. So if I am going to start with ACF, and the same rhythm pattern, same octave thing, right? Na 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 na, E flat. Try to use your ring finger for that E flat. Na 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 na, E flat. Yeah. Na 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 na, B flat. Hey Jude. Come back to F. Na 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 na, E flat. Na 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 na, yeah. Hey Jude. And this is the part. So that E flat chord came from the F Mixolydian. Na 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 na. Okay, so these are the 3 sections of the song, and then I guess you could start off by writing down the scale. The scale is F major. You should also write down that F Mixolydian, since we said that the na 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 part at the ending has an additional chord E flat, which came from the F Mixolydian, a mode which the Beatles love using. They even use that with the song With a Little Help from My Friends, right? By with little help from my friends, I get by with little help from my friends. They seem to really like that mode. I love it as well. I think you do too, probably. Okay, so you go na 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 na, Hey Jude. So that's the ending, right? It's just 4 chords: F, E flat, B flat, F. So in summary, Hey Jude has 3 chord progressions. You have the verse, you have the pre-chorus or the section B, and you have the last part, which is this epic, grand kind of part. I'm just going to run through every part a little bit on the piano, maybe do everything twice, and then we are done with the lesson. I'll leave it open for a few more seconds. So while I'm jamming this and doing it part by part, if you have any other doubts you'd like me to address regarding the song, no one has typed that many doubts, but I see a lot of you watching and a lot of your comments and thumbs ups and smileys and whatnot. So that's awesome to see. I wish I can hear you all. We'll figure out a better way to get you guys on board. Maybe join me in the next class if you want by just sending us an email, and we'll be very happy to have you as part of our next class. That'll be awesome, right? Because I like to see people. Right now I'm seeing chat people. Okay, so if I do each section again, again, if you have any doubts, shoot them across or play along with me or sing along, whatever you like to do, right? And the whole intention of this lesson was to allow you to sing and play Hey Jude. So I hope that the pattern I taught you is playable while singing. That's the whole intention. You need to get this and see, even with me talking to you rather, I'm able to sort of play this, without too much of a hassle, right? So let's do that. I'm just gonna jam along, play you off, and then we're done with the lesson. Okay. Hey Jude, verse. Don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let her into your heart. Then you can start to make it better. Again. Hey Jude, don't be afraid. You are made to go out and get her. The minute you let her under your skin, then you begin to make it better. Next part. Anytime you feel the pain, hey Jude, refrain. Don't carry the world upon your shoulders. Well, you know that it's a fool who plays it cool by making his world a little colder. Na 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 na. Ending part. Na 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 na. Hey Jude. Na 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 na. Hey Jude. Na 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 na. Hey Jude. Right, guys, so that was how to play Hey Jude on the piano or pretty much any other instrument if you're aware of other instruments. We've discussed the chord progression. We've also discussed a little bit on why those chords are being used, right, in order to match up with the melody, in order to just serve functional harmony, in order to resolve, so on and so forth. We also looked at a few interesting things like the Mixolydian scales and whatnot. And then, of course, we have talked about how to play it on the piano, right? So, yeah, nice to hear from all of you. Umesh, Carol, I can see a few of you there. Thanks a ton for tuning in. And we will do this again, and I hope to do this again, and I hope to also hear from you guys as to what you'd like to learn, which song. I did put out a poll saying we'll do Hey Jude and a couple more, and it was quite cool that it was almost 33% in favor of all the three songs. I don't know how that happened, but maybe we can keep learning more and more songs. So tell me what you'd like to learn next. I'd like to do a few more YouTube streams. It's a lot of fun. And yes, I will see you guys in the next video. And do stay tuned to our YouTube channel for a lot more tutorials which we are trying to do, not only on piano, also on music theory. Music production is also in the cards. Music composition, improvisation, basically all topics of music. We are also a very tech and a very geeky kind of music school, so we do a lot of technology stuff as well, which I haven't done a lot of, but yeah, maybe one line, Carol. There's a video of me playing yesterday as well. You should probably check it out. And yeah, that was long, long ago. You may not recognize me. But anyway, so I will see you guys in the next lesson. And there are a lot more lessons coming up. Thanks for your suggestion about pentatonic scales, Manohar. I will definitely do a lesson on pentatonic scales just for you, and we will be putting it out. I think we should be putting it out next week because yeah, I think I'll really love talking about pentatonic scales. I use that a lot in my riff, so it'll be great to talk about pentatonic scales. So any other doubts or anything you'd like me to do, if you're happy with me teaching songs like this, awesome. Or we can do theory and or whatever you'd like to learn. So make sure you write to us or write to me. You can use our school ID, music@nathanielschool.com. You can also write to us on Instagram. Yes, Autumn Leaves is a great suggestion. I will try and do it, or some jazz standards in the future for sure. You can also write to me directly on Instagram. I may not see the message that often, but do write to us on Instagram. You can follow at Jason Zach. You can leave a message there, or you can email our school address, which is music@nathanielschool.com, which we'll just type out in the comments if possible, right? So this is how you can connect with us, and yeah, have a great weekend. Have a superb time, and make sure you play Hey Jude on the piano, right? Right. Thanks, Ruby. I was just jamming it. I don't know what I played really, but yeah, there are a lot of concepts regarding improvisation which I can cover soon. But maybe you can watch the video at the beginning. I've done like a random jam. I don't know what I played, but yeah, you get the idea. Anyway, guys, thanks a ton for watching. Again, I'm tuning off, and if you have anything further, any doubts, anything to share, anything to add, do leave us a note. And more importantly, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon. It really helps the channel grow, as I'm sure a lot of you know. Yes, I know there was a little bit of a syncing issue with the angle. What is happening is there's a little bit of latency created, which we have to try and sort out. I think that's happening only with YouTube. It's been perfectly fine for our Zoom classes. It's just YouTube. We will sort that out. I think we need another app or something to get this done. But yeah, thanks a ton, guys, for all your kind words. And I will catch you guys very soon. Till then, have fun. Cheers.